In part one, I talked about growing up in communist country as a kid, and as a teenager, how I became part of the first rock band in Bulgaria called the Silver Bracelet. And I'll take my silver bracelet because it makes a lot of noise here. And I'll tell you now, in part two, I'll tell you what happened to me when the communists shut us down officially in the middle of one of our concerts because they were fed up with us because we're breeding freedom to the young people, and they did not like young people in Bulgaria to be free because that's like close to revolution. You know, so what they did is, once they shut us down, I didn't know what to do, and I was disappointed I couldn't play rock and roll anymore. So for a couple of years I went to a school of music, but all along I was dreaming of how to get out of Bulgaria, and I was just dying to go to a free country and feel free and be free to play rock music and whatever I wanted to do. So an opportunity came. My mom sent me to Germany, East Germany. That's the communist part of Germany. At the time was divided. And if you have heard about the Berlin Wall was dividing the city of Berlin into two parts. The free part, the West Berlin, and the East part, the communist-controlled Berlin. So I was allowed to go to the East part, the communist-controlled Berlin, and I went to pick up some materials from Mom and enjoyed a few days vacation. And right there, the break came for me. I met this guitar player who I played with from Bulgaria together, and we were close friends, so we were buddies, and we connected, and together we decided that we can make it. We can escape through the Iron Curtain together. And so it took a while to figure out how to do it and everything, but we found out through secret, ways of listening to what people are saying and stuff, and we found out a secret information that the border between Yugoslavia, Serbia, Yugoslavia, and Austria is the only border they don't kill you. They don't shoot at you if you run through the border. They'll try to catch you, but if they can't catch you, they just won't kill you. The rest of the border, they'll kill you. Some places even no warning. So we go, okay, so we can go there and escape, run faster than them, and we escape. But we were stuck because they wouldn't allow us to go. So somehow we found a Polish black market man who we tricked him into taking us across the border to do some business. And we had enough money to show that we were serious. And so he took us in his route, and we managed to escape. It was very dangerous, very tense. Actually, I'm writing a book on it, and probably called Escape to Freedom, whatever, but you'll find it somehow if you're interested. And then we make it to Austria. And in Austria, we had so many months to find out where we can go, have to go someplace. So the American embassy was the most favorable of all embassy that we visited. And they say, how did you make it here? And we told them how we escaped and they risked our lives. And they go, wow, we like you guys. So they accepted us right away. They like people who are willing to die for freedom. And so they welcomed us right away, quickly processed up our visas, and we went to America to receive a green card. I mean, we were fully accepted right away. And we arrived in America, and I'll never forget, and I was landing, there was a song called Killing Me Softly, and just singing, and I didn't realize how prophetic that song would be for me, because a year after I arrived in the States, I'll be introduced to Jesus, and I'll find out about his death on the cross and how he provided, he paid in full to save me from what I was and to make me his son and his child. And so anyways, it took me 1 year to run throughout America, and went to Florida, worked there. Then I went in Detroit in car factories and worked there, made enough money to get to California, to Hollywood, because Hollywood is where I want to go to pursue my rock and roll career. Me and my friend, eventually we broke up, so I just kept going to Hollywood and in pursuit for that. When I got to Hollywood, I was disappointed because I don't know if you heard the famous Hollywood and Vine, the boulevards where all the stars are, the famous movie stars and so on. And when I looked at these stars, in my mind I imagined it something beautiful, but I saw them with dirt and puke on it from winehouse all night, and prostitutes were going up and down the street, and it just didn't look as exciting, as appealing. I was looking for something beautiful. I don't know what I was thinking, but this was not it. So I felt very, very disappointed. It's almost like I made a big mistake, because I didn't feel any free inside. I'm almost a year now in America, and I don't feel free. And all I dream is to be free and to do what I want. But somehow I didn't know what to do now, and I didn't feel free, even in the freest country. So right at that crucial point where I didn't know what to do. I couldn't go back, because if I go back, I get thrown in prison, because I escaped illegally, and they throw in so many years in prison. And so I'm wondering what to do. And that's where I met young people on the street. They were part of a movement called Jesus Movement, Jesus people, back in the late 60s, early 70s, kind of tail end of that movement. A lot of kids that were on the drugs and hippies back then were getting touched by God and getting filled with God and enjoying the love that they needed. But they were, you know, the free love that they were, you know, doing. It was something else that they were looking. They were looking for pure love, the love of God, but they didn't know. And then all of a sudden, there's a move of God, and all these people who were going after drugs and getting high and getting stoned, and you know, they were discover new high. It was Jesus, you know. And so I got touched by them, and they were talking to me, and they looked like they were on some drugs. You know, their faces were like shining, and their eyes were kind of rolling like that, and said, Jesus loves you. He really does. And he died for you. And I'm going, what are you on? What kind of drug? Because your eyes look a little glossy to me, a little, you know, dreamy. And says, you must be on some sort of beautiful, dreamy drug or something. They go, no, it's not dreamy drug. It's Jesus. He loves you. He loves you. And I was getting really touched and couldn't know what was happening to me, because I'm total atheist. I don't believe there's anything, no God, no nothing. Even I was brainwashed, you know, to know for sure there is no such a thing as God, you know. But something was coming out of these people's eyes, young people, and their faces, and there's so much love and peace and joy there that I couldn't resist. I wanted it, you know, but I didn't know what is it that I want, you know. So, and I didn't speak English so well. So they found out that I like to eat. Everybody likes to eat, especially me. I like to eat a lot. So they invited me to a free dinner that night. And every night when I go there to the free dinners, they will tell me more about Jesus. And I go, wow. You know, I don't know what is that, but I like you guys. You're so loving and friendly. And so eventually, after 2 months of this, you know, I says, you know what, I act like I believe in what they're saying, but really I'm eating their food. I don't believe in anything. I'm completely atheist. But they're so persuasive and so sure that there is a God, you know. I decided to leave, but before I left, that last day, I decided to ask for myself if there is a God, you know. So I went on top of the mountain all alone, and I says, I didn't know what to say. That thought came to my mind that says, God, do you exist? So I thought, well, I know he doesn't, but say it, because you know he doesn't. Just say it, and then you're sure he doesn't, you know. And so I said it, God, do you exist? And as soon as my breath left my mouth, you know, all of a sudden everything changed. When I say exist, everything changed. I mean, even like the acoustics, I'm a musician, so I know about acoustics, and the acoustics changed, the sound changed, and I'm talking to, like someone is all of a sudden got near, close, I cannot see, but it's kind of like close, and you can feel, you know, you can feel, I can remember when Daddy was shaving, and after he shaved, he would put the aftershave, and I remember him, if I get a goodbye hug, I can feel his aftershave. And for a long time, I can feel it because he got close to me. And it sounds like I felt like somebody with an aftershave, somebody with a fragrance of some sort in his neck and really close to me. And I can just, what is this? I kept talking to this father, this person, this near me, and I can feel by my skin, but I cannot see. So I kept talking about what's going on, or who is this? And all of a sudden, the faith that God exists just hit me, like went through lightning, through my whole being, because the communists would tell me all my life, there's no God. Of course, they told me all kinds of other things, and they're all lies. They're big liars, you know. We're well known, they'll lie so much, you know, and all their promises never come true, you know. And so all of a sudden it hit me, did they lie about everything? Of course they lie about God too. There is a God, like these guys are saying, these young Christians that I thought was stoned or high on something, but they were really telling me the truth. And this love is real that I felt, you know. And I go,